The following is a class on the Bhagavad Gita as it is. First chapter, text number 45 and 46, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on August 1st, 1973, in London, England.
Translation. I would consider it better for the sons of Dhritarashtra to kill me unarmed and unresisting, rather than fight with them. Sanjaya said, Arjuna, having thus spoken on the battlefield, cast aside his bow and arrows and sat down in the chariot, his mind overwhelmed with grief.
Jadimam apratikaram asastram sastrapanaya. It is the custom between the Kshatriyas that in the fighting, if the other party hasn't got weapon to fight, this party will supply him weapon. Not that the other party without weapon and this party will take opportunity to kill him. This is not the rules and regulation of fighting. There are many rules and regulations of the fight. Not that because he is my enemy, I shall kill him anyway. No. There are rules and regulations. If the enemy has broken his chariot, he is fallen down on the ground, the other party also will immediately get down from the chariot. Suppose he is fleeing, then if one is on the foot and another on the chariot, so he will be in superior position. So therefore, the opposite party must also get down from the chariot and walk with him. That means the defeated enemy should be given all opportunities. So he may not think that unnecessarily in weak position he has been killed. No. So Arjuna says, Arjuna of course did later on, when he killed Karna, Karna was without weapon and he fell down from the chariot. Karna, after falling down from the chariot, and he was trying to raise the wheel of the chariot from the mud. So Krishna asked Arjuna that this is the opportunity to kill him. You kill him immediately. So at that time he had no weapons and he fell down from the chariot. And in that position he was killed by Arjuna by the order of Krishna. This is violating the laws. So you can violate the laws on the order of Krishna. You cannot do. This is surrender. When Krishna says that you do this, although it is wrong, you have to do it. There is no consideration. Just like in fight, the commander says to the soldiers, do this. His duty is to do that. He should not think at that time what is right or wrong. Just like Yudhishthira Maharaj, he was advised by Krishna that Maharaj Yudhishthira, you go to Dronacharya and inform him that your son is dead. It was a false information. Because Dronacharya will not die if he is not affected with some lamentation. So Krishna asked Maharaj Yudhishthira that you go, because you are recognized truthful. Dharmaraj. So when you will say, this is also false, he will believe. But Yudhishthira hesitated. How can I tell lie? He disobeyed the order of Krishna and he wanted to become very truthful. For this reason, he had to see hell. So, in the mundane consideration, there are so many things, right and wrong. So long you are on the mundane platform, you have to obey all this right and wrong. But in the spiritual platform, when it is ordered by Krishna, he is above all this duality, he is absolute. So, even if he says to do something wrong, because he cannot say anything which is wrong, God is all good. If you discriminate God's order from the mundane platform, then you will be misguided. Anyone who has got firm and fixed up faith that whatever God does, whatever God orders, even from mundane calculation it may be wrong, that is right. That is absolute understanding. So, those who are in the spiritual platform, for them there is no such consideration which is right and which is wrong. Their only consideration is whether Krishna is pleased, that's all. If Krishna is pleased by inducing me to do something wrong, I will not hesitate to do it. I shall do it, because it's Krishna's order. Tasmin tushte jagat tushta. My principle should be, if Krishna is satisfied, then everything is all right. But while we are in the mundane platform, we should not concoct the idea that Krishna is pleased, let me do that. No, that you cannot do. You have to follow the rules and regulations. But if you think that it is, you cannot think, neither you can manufacture. So, either you should hear from Krishna directly, or that is not possible because we are not in touch with Krishna at the present moment. We are trying to see Krishna through the transparent medium of spiritual mass. So, we cannot manufacture that this is Krishna's desire. No. You have to get it confirmed from the transparent medium, spiritual mass. These are the principles. So, Arjuna says, Jadimam apratikaram. Pratikaram, apratikar. Pratikaram means counteraction. And apratikaram means without any counteraction. So he is informing Krishna that if the other party, Dhartarashtra, the sons of Dhritarashtra, other party, they kill me while I am not prepared. But that is not the regulation of fighting. So therefore he says, apratikaram. With that, if I am not prepared and they kill me all of a sudden, this is wrong. So if I accept, even they kill me, apratikaram, without I am fully equipped, asastram. In the fight, one must be equipped with all weapons. But while I am not equipped with weapons, or I am not willing to fight, because I am not willing to fight, this has been decided. I cannot kill my kinsman. Therefore, I am not going to take this step of pratikaram, counteraction. So even in this condition, they come and kill me. Tedimam apratikaram asastram. I am not fully equipped with shastra, weapons. Asastram and shastrapanaya, and they are fully equipped with weapons. Last are running anew. So in this condition, the other party, my cousin brothers, sons of Dhritarashtra, if they kill me, rane hannu, sanmekhi mataram bhave, I shall prefer them. I am not going to fight. If you think that if you don't fight, then they will take the opportunity. He is talking with Krishna. Krishna, he is already giving the counter argument. The Krishna, if you think that I don't fight, but they will take the opportunity and kill me immediately, that also I shall prefer. But I am not going to fight. This is my decision. Sanjaya Uvacha, the Sanjaya, the secretary of Dhritarashtra, they are sitting in a room. The Eva Mukta just saying, Arjuna, the person, Arjuna is nominative case. Arjuna, Sankhe in the battlefield, Rathupastha on the chariot, Upavisha. You have seen the picture when Krishna blew his corn sack, and from the back side, Arjuna is just trying to take his arrow and fight. But instead of fighting, it's Visijya Sasarang Chapam. No, finish. I am no more going to fight. Visijya Sasarang Chapam. Why it is? Soko Sangvigna Manasa. His mind was overwhelmed with lamentation. Now, how can I kill my kinsman? This is the position. So, pratikaram. There are two things. Pratikaram means counteraction. Here, in this material world, for everything there is counteraction. Just like if you are diseased, so you have to take the medicine. That is pratikaram. The disease is caused by some, what is called, disarrangement within the body. So you have to arrange, you have to set up the disarrangement within the body. That is pratikaram. Medicine, counteraction. Similarly, if somebody is coming to kill you, so you also become prepared to kill him. This is pratikara. If somebody is drowning in the sea, then you have to give him some help, send some boat or some lifeboat so that he can be saved. So we have got so many. This material world is going on. It is full of dangers. Padang jata vipadam. Material world means step by step, simply danger. That is material world. So you have to find out pratikaram, counteraction, how to save yourself from danger. Just like when we walk, we see in so many doors, danger. So that you are warned. Sometimes the doors are, beware of the door. So you have to take care. No, I shall not enter. So everything there is danger and there is pratikara. Counteraction. How to save yourself from this. This is called struggle for existence. In this material world, there is only this danger and counteraction. I am unhappy, so just to become happy, I have to work. I have to get money, whatever I want. So this is going on. Pratikaram, danger, vipadam, padanga jad vipadam. Padanga jad vipadam natesham. So, samasita ji padapallavam plavam. Anyone who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna, samasita ji padapallavam plavam, mahat padang punna jaso murari. Murari means Krishna. So, punna jaso, he is simply glorified by pious activities. There is no impious activities in Krishna. Krishna is the purest. So whatever he does, that is pure. The rascals, they do not know this. They think Krishna is immoral. And he has become a professor, teacher. He does not know, he does not understand Krishna. So many big professors, learned scholars, they do not understand what is Krishna. And they are talking about Krishna. They are taking the position of instructing about Krishna. Just see how rascals are. You do not know something perfectly and still you are talking about it. This is going on. Punna jaso murare, what is Krishna? Krishna says, Bhunam jalmanamante jnanohan mam prabhati. We have to know Krishna, because as soon as you know Krishna, you become immediately liberated. So knowing Krishna is not so easy thing. Therefore Krishna says, Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschid jadati siddha. First of all you become siddha, perfect. Perfect means perfect knowledge. That is called siddha. Another siddha means very powerful, master of all yogic perfection. That is also siddha. Yogi is perfection, 8 kinds of perfection. Anima, laghima, siddhi, prapti, asita, bhusita, prakamma. So, they obtain 8 kinds of siddhis. They are also called siddhas. From material point of view, a perfect yogi can counteract anything and whatever he likes he can do. That is called siddhi, ashtasiddhi. But still, he is not as siddha as Krishna. Krishna's name is Yogeshwara. He is the master of all the yogis. Yogeshwara, Jatta Yogeshwara Krishna. The yogis also, they are deficient with Krishna's power. Still some rascals, without any yoga siddhi, they claim that I have become God. What is your qualification? Have you got all the yoga siddha? Then how you claim that you are? But rascals, they claim to become God, and other rascals, they also believe that here is God. Both of them are animals. Sabhi varaha usta kharai sanskruta purusha pashu. One who does not know actually what is Krishna, if he accepts somebody, some rascal as God, then he is also animal. That is also animal. One who is claiming that I am as good as Krishna, he is certainly animal, crazy. He does not know what is the power of Krishna, how much he is Yogeshwara. Still he is falsely claiming to become Krishna, and one who accepts him as Krishna, what is this? So, Krishna one should understand first of all Krishna. Without understanding Krishna, if somebody remarks, if he thinks Krishna as ordinary human being, avajananti maga mudha manasim tanuasita, that is the mudha's business, rascal's business. Krishna, because he comes as ordinary human being, manusya lila. If we take him, Krishna as like me, like ordinary, then I am a mudha. How a human child at the age of 6 or 7 years, one can lift the whole mountain, Govardhan. There, first of all, try to understand Krishna, how much powerful he is. How a 3 months old child can kill a big demon, Putana. These things are there in the Bhagavatam about Krishna's life. How do you claim to become as good as Krishna? This is crazy. Animalism. So Krishna's order must be final. If he says, then everything is all right. So here Arjuna's position is, Krishna has already arranged the battle, and he knows that Krishna wants this battle. Still he says that jadimam apratikara. He decides in his own way. This is karmaya. He knows what is Krishna's desire, and still he is speaking his own philosophy. That means Arjuna is placing himself on the position of ordinary man. Ordinary man does not know what is Krishna and what is Krishna's desire, and he manufactures his own philosophy and thoughts. That is ordinary man. But Arjuna, he is always friend of Krishna, constant friend. His name is Gurakesha, above all darkness. Certainly he must be one who is Krishna's friend directly. How there can be ignorance? There cannot be. Then why Arjuna is playing that part? He knows Krishna's desire. Still he says that jadimam apratikaram asastram sastrapanam anu tanme chemataram. He is playing like that. Because without playing, Arjuna is playing like that, how this Bhagavad Gita will come? This is just like playing on the stage. One very rich man, he is in a drama, he is playing the part of a very poor man. But actually he is not poor man. But in the stage he is playing the part of a fool. Similarly, Arjuna is not bewildered. But for the time being, he appears to be bewildered by Krishna's maya, because Krishna wants to speak Bhagavad Gita for the benefit of the whole world. So what is spiritual knowledge? Therefore, this is a stage arrangement. So, pratikaram and apratikaram. This, whatever we have manufactured, pratikaram, counteraction, that will be also failure if Krishna does not sanction it. That is realized by Prahlad Maharaj. He says, my dear Lord Hiranyakashipu, that people have manufactured so many pratikaram, counteraction. But Tanubhitang, those who have accepted this material body, they are simply manufacturing things to counteract dangers. But even though they have all these counteracting machine or counteracting agents, still without your sanction, this counteracting machine or agent will not be fruitful. So similarly, Arjuna is being protected by Krishna. So even though Arjuna is not well equipped, apratikara, still he will be saved. Because Krishna is there. Tavat vibhutanuvritang tadupekshitana. And even one is well equipped, and if Krishna does not like to save him, he will not be saved. Always mind this. Rakhe Krishna mare ke. Mare Krishna rakhe ke. This is ordinary. If Krishna wants to kill you, nobody can save you. And if Krishna wants to save you, nobody can kill you. This is the position. So, the examples are given by Prahlad Maharaj. Balasaneha saranang pitaro nishinga. My Lord, Nishingadev, the parents of children, they are not actually protector of the children. Because generally we think that this child, this boy has got his father and mother, he is well protected. No. Their father and mother, every father and mother wants to protect the child, but still the child has to meet some danger and dies. There are so many experiences. Similarly, Balasaneha saranang pitaro nisinga. The father and mother is a counteraction for the dangers of the child. But Prahlad Maharaj said, no, they are not counteraction. It is not that if a child is in danger, because the father and mother is very strong, very rich, he will be able to give protection to the child. No, that is not possible. Then, natasya chagada. The medicine, a person is suffering from some disease, some fatal disease. If you think I shall engage first class physician and I shall supply first class medicine, if you think then the patient will be saved, no, that is not possible. That is not possible. We have got many experiences like that. Then no rich man would have died, because he has got money, he can employ first class physician, first class medicine, and simply by engaging such things, counteracting, pratikaram, he cannot be saved. There are many examples like that. So the conclusion is, tavat vibhutanuvritang tadupekshitana. If you neglect, if you have decided that this person, this child cannot be saved, then any amount of pratikaram will not help. Will not help. Therefore, real pratikaram is Krishna. Real pratikaram is Krishna. Counter it. So, better we take shelter of Krishna. As Krishna says, sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam vraja. You must always know that no counteraction will be beneficial for us unless we are protected by Krishna. So therefore, our business is fully surrendered to Krishna and seek His protection. Krishna says, yes, aham tva sarva papebham mokshan, I shall give you protection. This is Bhagavad Gita philosophy. We have to believe on the assertion of Krishna that He is prepared to give me all protection, provided I have fully surrendered unto His lotus feet. Thank you very much.